I guess to kick it off, how surprised are you that you're still here on Saturday?
Yeah, definitely based on what I was hearing, a little bit surprised. But again, you ultimately realize being around long enough that things go the way they're going to go, and there's really nothing that ultimately, like again, at the end of the day, like different stuff happens over the course of that you see throughout the course of a career, and sometimes it's more surprising than others. And again, you're just like I think I said to you guys the other day, nothing's ever certain until it's done. So yeah, that's kind of it.
How did you spend your day yesterday?
Just at home with my family and with my kids, and yeah, just having an off day, trying not to get to let the roller coaster ride sort of get too overwhelming. So yeah, just was at home with them and trying to enjoy a family day, but obviously a lot going on.
Are you talking to your agent, and just what were the daily conversations like?
Yeah, there was different conversations over the course of the last over the last time frame, I guess, where you're hearing different things and whatnot. So yeah.
How much is there like a level of disappointment for you? Was there some sort of like a desire to go try and play and keep for a cup for the rest of the season? How do you? What are your feelings?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, again, you play this game, you want to win, you want to get a chance to win, but ultimately, again, I love to play, so obviously, no matter what those circumstances are, a lot of times they're out of your control or whatever. So I've loved playing here over the course of my career. I think I've shown that by again, signing only contracts to play here. So I get to finish that out, and I'm excited to finish out the year with the guys and again put our best foot forward and hopefully again keep building what we're trying to build here.
There was a brief stretch yesterday where it seemed like you might get moved, and then obviously it turned out you didn't. Did you ever think at that point that it was going to happen, or did you know pretty much from the get-go that wasn't a correct rumor?
I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily fair for me to comment on that and maybe the different stuff that goes into the negotiation strategies and things like that. So I don't know if it's fair for me to comment on that or if it's the right time to do that. So yeah, I got nothing to say about that.
Chuck said yesterday he sees you in more of a mentor's role going down the stretch here, but with this rebuild, that's a pretty important role right now.
Yeah, that's the way I always kind of approached it. Again, I come in, I want to do things the right way, and try to set a good example in that sense. So, yeah, that's what I always try to do. Is you want to be a good teammate and play the right way and do things the right way. And again, especially in a situation where you have some more experience than maybe some of the younger guys do, is try to help guys along. So I think that's ultimately. Again, part of being a pro, part of being a veteran and an experienced guy, and that's something I've always done and I always will do. And yeah, it's just part of being a good teammate. And yeah, like I said, I love to play the game, and it's always a lot of fun. And yeah, I wanted to get out there with the guys and again keep building what we're trying to build.
Yesterday, Chuck pretty much explained to us kind of what happened, why the market was what it was. What was your conversation like with him, and what were his expectations for you the rest of the way?
You know what? I actually haven't talked to him, but yeah, I don't think it's my place to really comment on negotiation strategies of management. I think that's their place to comment on that. So yeah, I don't really have much to say about that.
Kind of on a lighter note, Scott had said that you guys got some dinners this week, thinking it might be the last one. You're gonna have to reimburse him now that you're still here.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you try to, again, I think as you get older, you always try to appreciate the time that you have and try to be present in certain situations and be aware of certain things. So, yeah, again, like I said, I'm tight with, we have a tight group here. A lot of guys are great friends. So, in that scenario, obviously, again, it's a good group to be around.
James, just to be clear, you said you had not talked to Chuck at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
Were there any lighter moments on the ice today when you got out there and the guys kidding you?
No, not too much. I mean, maybe when I got to the rink today or some texts yesterday, but yeah, that was about it, yeah.
James, how do you view this last stretch of games? Not necessarily for other players looking to develop some of the younger guys, but for you in the last year of your contract as you look to hopefully continue your career after this.
Yeah, exactly. I think, again, everyone has something to play for. I mean, lots of different situations. It's always at this time of year, even if your team's not in the playoffs. Again, you have guys playing for different roles on a team going forward. They want to cement themselves as part of plans for an organization. You have guys playing for contracts. Again, lots of different, maybe guys playing for extensions. Lots of different things that might, scenarios for guys that might be happening. So. Yeah, you always have something to play for, and again, ultimately, you have a lot of pride to play in this league and to play for this team. And yeah, always, again, for me, that's always you just worry about the next day. And again, when it's today, you have a good practice, you get ready for the game, and go out there and put your best foot forward in the game, and keep doing that down the stretch. And yeah, that's kind of the way I always approach it.
I guess kind of